Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Hunting with Pratze. Finally, after the long time of being sick and having a really bad cough, I'm back and I hope I can comment this video without coughing, because I took the footage quite some time before, and I actually tried to I tried to talk. But it was not good. I had to cough way too much, so I'm afterwards commenting over it. So this is not me live talking. So on this hunt I'm taking with me the lever action rifle and also the compound bow. And it's on Red Feather Falls, and I really feel for hunting some elk. That would be great. I also have some tracer flare arrows with me, and I will just decide on the weather condition or the site if I use it or not. In this video you might sometimes hear me mumbling a little bit in the background. That's from the first try of live commentating this video. So yeah, I'm really thankful how you guys stick with me, even though I haven't put out a video in a long time now. So thanks guys, that's really great. And yes, let's just put on some sense eliminator, and here I'm showing you where I plan to go, because I really felt like hunting elk. And when I started the hunt I was talking about elk all the time, and I thought already, oh, don't talk too much about elk, because it's it often happens that when you talk about it then you won't find some. So yeah, the first plan was to go on that stand, the first stand near the lake, because I also thought maybe I can catch some animals there going to the lake for drinking. So that was a little bit the plan. And of course I wanted to do some calling. Yeah, what else can I say? Since this video is not live commented, I will also put up the same video in German language, so yeah. And I actually would like you guys to tell me if you if it's for you the same as how I feel when it comes to commentary. I think I could make it easy for myself to just capture gameplay and then comment afterwards, but I think it is a little bit more intense when I comment live as I play. So of course the advantage of commenting after it is that I can do it on both languages. I could also make two separate layers, like recording audio on an extra line, but I need to look into that. But I think I will just keep doing it like I did before, just live comments. Yeah, just for this time. I was not happy with my voice at all. Okay, so yeah, Red Feather Falls, Darkwood Lodge is a great place to find elk usually. So that's the reason why I started here. And as I'm looking around, I have to say Red Feather Falls is just an amazing reserve. It looks really great. I mean, there's also a variety of different looks, like different yeah, the difference on the landscape. So as you will see in a minute, we will walk through like a carpet of these little white flowers, which is quite amazing actually. And yeah, there's also these swampy areas, and then the really thick wood areas, that forests. So yeah, this map is huge and it's great. So basically I think in the first part when I recorded this and commented, I was talking really much. That's why you can see me walking all the way up to that stand. And these stands are actually really cool. You can you know, the normal stands that you get are yeah, like a cabin, like a, you know, like a booth. But these are actually just a platform, so you can lay down completely on there, which is actually really cool, because it gives you steady aim and all that. So what I'm doing there is I try to call in some elk if possible. So this is also something, just calling, so sitting somewhere and calling is maybe not the most effective thing, because you could be just calling there for ages and there's not even one elk in the render zone. So when it comes to effectiveness, it's not really it's not really something where you could say this is really effective. But as you know, I like to be realistic. Like I like to play the game as if I really was out there, you know. And I put some fantasy in it too, of course, because I feel just like a real hunter out there. So for me, it's just a good thing to sit there, and sometimes when you are lucky, it's the greatest feeling ever, calling and finding animals that way. So that's maybe just a little bit European style. And here on this lake there was nothing happening, so I went to the next of these stands and basically tried the same thing again. Here the scent eliminator wore off, so of course I had to fix that. And maybe you have seen this place from another elk hunt that I have been doing in a quite early episode, I think. Yeah, so I was successful hunting elk here many times before. It's a great place, so I just thought let's try it, you know. And we get a call. It's a female. But we also know that elks, they like to travel in female groups or mixed groups or male groups, so I was hoping for a mixed group there. But then I saw something through the binoculars, and you can really not much see it here, but it's a bull elk. So at this point I was really happy that there was bull elks in the area, because I hadn't heard them before I saw them. So in this case the calling just really worked out, because I just did call, but I didn't know that there was something around, but it was something there, but it also didn't call me, so I couldn't know that they were there. So in this case it was just perfect to randomly call. So now I had animals coming from both sides, like from where I face now and from right behind me. There seemed to be a female group coming from behind, and a big male herd from the opposite direction. So I decided to use some scent spray. These platform stands are great in order to have a better view, and you can lay down and stuff like that, but it also reduces the camouflage effect a little bit, because you don't have a wall like in front of you. So yeah, I decided to use a scent to not bring them directly under the stand. As you might have recognized, I love using scents because it's a really great tool for setting up a hunt, for planning, you know. This branch was a little bit in my way, and here you can see a really great trophy bull elk. So at that moment I was already really excited about it. And you can also hear already footsteps from the animals arriving from the other side. And that was the female herd. So this really creates some intense hunting, some intense hunting feeling. You know, you are just surrounded by elk. You just manage to put out a scent just at the right moment, and now you can just watch so many animals being attracted to it. And also here the animation of the water splashing, it's really greatly. So I really enjoyed this feeling. It's always exciting, and your heart starts beating a little bit faster, because you know that any moment you could be detected. And now I think I'm going to put the tracer arrow, yeah, because I was still a little bit dizzy, and I wanted to use the advantage of the tracer arrows, of the flares. What a beautiful elk, look at this. It's just awesome. And I was really surrounded by elk at this point, so I took the shot, and it was a good shot. And there seemed to be another herd of bull elks that was not connected to the fleeing ones, or they just didn't realize this, so they kept coming towards the scent source, which hopefully would give me another chance. And also some of the females haven't been spooked, so you can imagine that there were like so many elks around me at this time. So now it was time to go for that second biggest elk there, this one. And as you can see, he stopped just at the same place as the first one already. And now he's giving me a really great broadside. So I'm taking the opportunity. This was a good shot, but he didn't move. So I took another shot. And that dropped him. So I don't know if this is very normal that animals just stay there when being shot. But I think I have seen this also in real life on YouTube videos before. So I knew that the elk herds were still around somewhere, so I put out some more scent. Because I was hoping I could lure them back. And as you could see, there had been still quite many bull elks amongst them. So this was a smaller one of 190.788. And as we still know that we shot that big elk right before we took a shot at this one. So I knew there is another body out there. And I decided to have a look if the shot placement was good enough. But I think before I do that, I go back to the tree stand or to the stand and realize it afterwards that I was actually planning to look at the blood trail of that first elk we shot. So as we have been using the bow, I already knew that the animals won't spook that far when using the bow. So that's something you can really yeah, you can keep in the back of your mind when using the bow. The animals don't have a spook time that is as long as if you would shoot a rifle. So that way you have much better chance that the animals will stay in render distance, so you can call in them again. So that's another big advantage of the bow hunting. And here we see the first trails of that big elk. And now I think actually, yeah, I thought that I shot him here, so there should be blood right there. But it was actually a little bit further in front. So now I was a bit confused, thinking I might have not even hit him. But I was just looking at the wrong place. So right now I really realized that it was much better when it was commented live. I mean, when I comment now, I know already what's gonna happen, so this takes away a little bit the feeling. And here we see the blood, and it's lung blood, as you can see by the color already. But the hunter mate wouldn't pick it up at first. Sorry. So I decided to put out more scent, and now I just, as it was lung blood, I knew he couldn't go far, so I was looking if he was not just laying up that hill somewhere. Before I returned to the stand. But of course I also didn't want to walk around too much here, because it was clear that the animals would already come back here if they were still in the area. So I spotted where this big bull elk got down, and I decided to pick him up later.